Hello, in today's video I'm going to be making a diorama based on the legend that is Dracula. Yes, Dracula. In case you didn't already guess. Whitby. For those that don't know, Whitby does feature quite heavily in the book, certainly at the start. It's where the ship Demeter? It's Russian. Anyway, it's where the ship Demeter docks. It's while docking here that a big black dog jumps off the ship and runs up these famous 199 steps to the Abbey. So I was walking around filming myself, trying not to look too suspicious. I think I maybe got away with it. I certainly wasn't chased away. It was these famous steps and Abbey that gave me the inspiration to produce this diorama. I'm not going to do the Abbey, I'm going to do the steps. It's a lot easier. After a bit of searching, I found this miniature from Reaper Minis, and it's pretty good. It's got a nice gothic feel and maybe a hint of Bela Lugosi. Whilst painting this, I thought it was only apt that I should be watched by Dracula with a painting I've got in my little hobby room. Colour scheme here is mainly black and red. Once you've got a base coat of that, we'll highlight up the red. Finish off the black, that'll do. Okay, let's get on with the build. Foam and foam board and a nice 3x3 frame. Once I've cut the first step, I'm going to use this as the base for the other steps, making them a little bit smaller the higher I get. Once all that's in place, we can give it a nice coat of plaster and put it to one side to dry. Once the plaster is dry, we can start inserting the railings. For this I'm just using a bit of metal wire. In truth, the cutting of these and measuring was very easy, but when it came to sticking them together it was an absolute nightmare, as you can see. Eventually though, with a lot of trial and error and a lot of glue on my fingers, these did all stick. Eventually. Eventually. Running up the side of these steps are actually some cobbles and bricks. So using some old foam offcuts, I'm going to cut these up into small rectangles. It hasn't got to be exact, it's not a modern build. It was done hundreds of years ago. And with a good cut of PVA, we can start adding the bricks. Onto the cobblestones, a good covering of PVA now. And then this is just egg boxes ripped up into small circles. Dotting them in place. Once they're all down, we'll give them another cut of PVA and they can dry. I tried to be adventurous here and put a load of grass flock up the side of the steps. And then paint them using washes and acrylics. In truth, it didn't really work. Ah yes, Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. Not the best quality, but it'll do for this. We're going to be very quick with this one, give it a black undercoat, and then a dry brush of white. Bit of detail on the mouth. And then that's about it, I suppose. Once everything is dry, PVA and superglue, we can now start with the washes. I wanted these steps to stand out a little bit more than the others, so I've given them a base coat of blue. For all the other steps in cobblestones, they're getting a base coat of grey. Once that's done, we can put it aside and leave it to dry. Once it is dry, we're going to go between all the cobblestones and give them a dark wash. Onto the railing now. As you know, this was an absolute pain to stick together, so we're going to take it very carefully now and give this all an undercoat of black. For the light itself, we're going to go with a dark yellow and build it slightly up from there, getting brighter with each layer. Once all the washes are dry over the whole model, we're going to give everything a dry brush of pale sand. And once that's dry, we're going to give it another dry brush of white. Every modeller's best friend, grass tufts. These are grey in colour, so they sort of match the stones quite well. So we're going to dot these around and make it look like there's a bit of weed growing here and there. All that's left to do now is wipe the blood off your mouth, pull the lid over your coffin, and let's take a look at the final reveal.